'Tis the season to deck the halls with boughs of holly. Pretty hard to do that without a tree, of course. And artificial is good, but there's nothing like the real thing, baby. And if you want one of those Christmas trees, well, you go over to Star Nursery because they got what you need.
That's right. When it comes to O Tannenbaum, this guy is the guy to know. Staff horticulturist Paul No from Star Nursery. Welcome.
Oh, I'm glad to be back. Good
Glad
to
to have
see
you.
you guys again.
It smells very fragrant in here.
Doesn't it?
It's very nice.
That nice fragrance of a fresh cut Christmas tree. You can't beat it.
It's beautiful. Let's start with the Christmas trees. We
Sure.
have some Douglas fir with us today.
Yes, these Douglas fir are excellent fragrant trees. That's where most of the fragrance in this room is coming from right now, is those Douglas firs. They're very fragrant. We have got some really nice quality trees this year, and as you can see, they're nice and full, very even. We've got a lot of them secured with our vendors this year, which is a pretty good thing.
This is a tough thing to do this year because the availability of these Christmas trees has been a little Mets and Mets this year. Why is that?
Absolutely. There was a period back where I'm sure everybody remembers we had a slight recession.
No, what?
What? We did?
No.
And because of that, a lot of growers had to cut back their production because either they couldn't sell as many trees or they didn't just have the movement as normal, so they had excess trees.
Yeah.
So what happened during that period is that they cut back production, and so it takes like 7 to 10 years for trees to get this big, depending on the varieties.
So these are 2007.
Yeah,
Dead
and
at
so
the very beginning of recession trees.
right,
Oh,
and
boy.
so
These are
there's lower
recession
quantities
trees,
of them available. And this year, last year it started. This year and probably next year, there will be a shortage in the Northwest part of the United States for these trees, which is where all of these come from.
So interesting.
Oh, wow.
But we've managed to secure numbers early this year from our vendors that we've been dealing with a long time, and we have a very good supply at all of our locations.
Fantastic.
And I can witness that because my husband and I got our Douglas fir from you guys on the location on Eastern the day before Thanksgiving.
Awesome.
And let me tell you, that thing has been drinking water. So I took home a stand about like this, Sean.
Yeah.
And Paul, I've been putting water in mine every day. When you bring one of these beautiful trees into your home, how do you take care of it?
Well, that is the key, definitely. These trees need to have a fresh cut put on them right before you leave, which we do as an extra added service that we do.
Yeah.
And they need to be put in a water stand. And this stand needs to be kept filled with water. You never want that to dry out because once it stops sucking up water, it's hard to get that to go back in again.
Gotcha.
So what you want to do is make sure that you use a tree preservative, thank you. Mix that in the water, that helps the absorption. Get that fresh cut on it so that it's able to pull up that water. Fill it right away when you get home and make sure you check it every day because as that sucks up water, and it transpires or sweats out that water during the day, you'll need to refill it every day. Every day, check it.
I've been
That's
putting
very,
good
very
water in every day.
important.
A little lore I want to ask you about. I don't have any ornaments on mine yet. It's just fresh. It's naked, actually.
Oh, my
right now.
goodness.
Yes. What about misting a tree, like with a little squirt bottle? Does that help at all?
It will help a little bit, especially if you've got it in an area that's close to heater vents or air conditioning vents, or if the room's kept fairly warm. It does help to mist it a little bit. As long as it doesn't have the ornaments and lights on it, that's fine to do.
Yeah.
But obviously afterwards, it's just that water uptake. And as long as it's uptaking water, that all gets sucked up and gets put into the needles.
It takes care of it from the inside out.
It takes care of it from the inside.
It's not just the trees, of course. There's the holiday plants as well. What should we be doing to take care of these?
Same thing with these. You want to keep them out of the way of heater and vents that can dry them out more quickly. Even close to doorways that open and close all the time, that will actually help dry them out quickly too.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that big gust of wind. Yeah.
Right. So you want to keep them moist. Moist to the touch on the top of the soil, like any of these, is fine, and you just don't want them to dry out too much. And they'll tell you, they'll start to wilt when they're real dry. But you want to kind of catch them right as they do that, or they're not likely to come back if you let them go too long.
Known to be a very hardy plant.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
is.
Paul, you have a special for people. There's got to be so many people who are about to get in that car and come down and get a tree.
Oh yeah, the 5 to 7 foot Douglas firs like you see here, we've got really nice ones. As you can see, they're pretty much all standard like that. Those are on special for $29.88.
Fantastic.
For a
Wow.
5 to 7 footer. We got them in that size range. Like this one is an average size of them, so it's a good size. And then we've also got choice of other noble firs and the Nordman fir there, which are really pretty premium, more layered type trees.
No
But
question.
$29.88 for the Douglas firs, and also $6.88 for these 6-inch poinsettias, which is a great deal. It's their florist quality, really nice size poinsettias that we've got available for $6.88 for the reds. And some of the colored varieties, we've got limited supplies on them. They're about $1 higher
Awesome.
in price.
Very cool stuff. Dr. Q, great having you as always, my friend.
Hey, it was a pleasure being here. Thank you
Thank
very
you
much.
so much.
Elbow bump.
Hey, all right.
There it is. All right,
Yeah,
cool.
don't get his germs.
Yeah, probably best. Right now, take advantage of great prices on 5 to 7 foot Douglas fir Christmas trees and 6-inch poinsettias. They're at Star Nursery, nearest you right now.
Visit Star Nursery's 15 garden centers and 9 decorative rock yards across the valley. Their website, starnursery.com. Star Nursery is a proud sponsor of the Morning Glow.